Hello there, Doc. Good morning to you. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Doing alright, fetching breakfast. Is Tabs making you go and pick up breakfast again? Are you making something? Nightly? Hello there. Look at you redeeming first. How are you doing this morning? Oh, I never grabbed my check-in for Oscar stream. I was in it the entire time. Just not realizing that today. Just making a big old patch of spaghetti sauce. This got nothing to do with breakfast. I see. So you're grabbing breakfast. Makes it fair. Good morning, Daryl. How are you doing? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope all is well. That's what I want to say. Nightly, are you doing good? I hope your morning's well too. Why is not break time, silly Nightbot? I'm okay, thanks. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I'm ready to play some peaceful Minecraft. Duh, Cookie Skiz, why? Hello, Giz, how are you doing? It's not afternoon for D Clark? No. It's only 10. What am I doing? Cookies. Ooh, we can actually replenish this box. You doing okay? Well, I hope it's a good okay. Hope your weekend's been well so far. And then let's bump that there and we'll grab that. There we go. I have a plan today, at least for a little bit of it. I got things I gotta do. Probably been up for 9 hours. Pretty sure that makes it afternoon. I hope not. Been awake since 5 a.m. and now it's 3 p.m. Oof. Went to bed at 3:30. Oh no, there he is. What the heck? Actually woke up around 4 this morning. Guys, can't you just like, I don't know. I'm sorry. If that means nap time, and then sure, I could go for an afternoon. Really makes nap time. Do. You guys, yeah, you do need to do something about your sleep. I took my medication, but it's not made me sleepy today. What the heck? I think if I took sleep medication, I don't think I'd wake up for a good, like, day. I fall asleep so fast. Naturally. If I took, like, any sort of sleeping medication, it would put me... I would be out.
Just like Mike Tyson says, everyone's go.
What? Why are you throwing 100 bits at me? What the heck? Thank you so much there, Tonk. I really appreciate it. So, what? What? So, I have a plan. I said I had a plan. I do have a plan. I am sick and tired of checking on this farm and loading up shulker boxes manually. So you know what we're doing? I'm going to grab a stick. We're going to click this button to turn on rendering, and we're going to build a shulker box loader for it. I need to rotate it though. That's the plan. Thing is, something to do with me passing through all these different chunk borders, I believe. Sometimes I unload it and this auto sorter breaks periodically. We've seen that happen a lot, and it really shouldn't. So I'm gonna try and build it within a chunk. I think what's happened in the past is that I'm looking at it here. It's not so much the redstone passing from like this chunk border, but this chunk border right here, where probably one of these two chunks, like the ones I'm kind of standing in, gets unloaded and something just sort of breaks. It's got to be my only assumption. It makes sense in my brain. I go to sleep really quick. It's staying asleep part that I have issues with. Really fascinating. The morning medication is sleepy, but I do take nighttime med, which is meant to calm down thoughts and make me sleep.
Sorry, was ordering Waffle House and a half-typed message sent. Just like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan for stream until they get punched in the face by chat. He was very ahead of his time.
He was very ahead of his time. That's really silly. I want you to know that. More Waffle House? I'm assuming you get waffles. We don't have Waffle House around here. I've never had it. I've heard great things from everyone that's ever had it. Last move from a film even then, without finding out what's wrong. It was nearly 1 a.m. and the nurse was horrible and the doctor didn't listen. I did the injury 2 months ago. No, I had... It was 2 months ago. Scratched the back of my finger. Perhaps it started hurting again. Ugh. Arrogant doctors. They are arrogant. You wanna know how I know? Because we have a friend that's a nurse. And she's like, yeah, they're arrogant. Not all of them, I'm sure, but... Don't know how to approach this problem. I think I gotta... We're gonna turn that off. I think what I have to do is move where it comes up. That's what I was kind of looking at here a minute ago, which isn't too hard. We just move it with water. Also, this goes extremely fast. This is almost always sending me crops throughout the day. I could probably put 2 farmers in some of these farms. Although then they'd be tossing food at one another, and that I can't have that. No getting distracted. Actually, no, we're getting and cheese hash brown. Ooh, there you go. Hash browns are some of the best, especially when loaded up with all the stuff. Waffles are very good, but then suddenly the meal is 15,000 plus calories. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. They probably do like huge waffles or something. I have truly no idea what their food even looks like, apart from the fact that it's probably breakfast. Got an X-ray, but never found out the results. Told the nurse I needed a nighttime medication. Her reply was, "Well, you're not an emergent. You're not an emergency. Nothing hanging off. Got your meds with you. You're gonna be there for 4 hours. Be seen again." So she kept cutting me off from talking. How lovely. Just a bunch of lovely people. I am so sorry that you had to deal with such a thing. Yeah. 8 doctors. Okay, Thad. Think. We could move it forward a little bit. The craziest thing. Okay. I don't know what to do with this. Because this is probably all going to get destroyed. So I shouldn't think too hard about it. Everything we have here is temporary. All of this. That's why most of it is just like small stuff. Like, it's all temporary. This is probably the biggest thing I have. And honestly, it's really not that big. I think we spent 1 stream on it. So you know what? We're gonna push the water forward, or maybe we'll run it, do like a loop and run it this way. So then we don't send that redstone into where I don't want it to be. So let's remove this. Let's just compost everything at the moment. Let's grab a whole bunch of shulkers. Destroy these guys. Yeah, I just cannot count calories at some of these places. It's a treat sometimes. Should have throat punched her Giz, and she should be in a. You could get another nurse. You want to see an emergency? Oh, that'd be terrible. Don't do that. She was so rude. I said to Dan, "This is why I get selected. Anxiety talking to strangers." I wouldn't, but we come here too often to not have an idea. I can't allow myself to frequently come to play. Yeah, that's fair. And that's that. I'm. We're not that. No. Commenting on people's physical appearances are not strongly advised. Although I do know this about Doc, he does enjoy going out to eat from like different places. So yeah, if he didn't watch his calories from the different places he goes and gets food from, you never know. I like never go out to eat. I hate going out. I really don't mind cooking. I have to change my name to. Have you seen the size of Tom? That's a long name. Yeah, dong. That's why I don't go out to places too often for food. This would not be no, it probably wouldn't be there, Daryl. I never eat out too much anxiety with food already. I try not to carry count anymore as I don't need to be 3.5 stone again. I don't understand that. As I don't need to be 3.5 stone again. That's completely fair there, Donk. Well, it's the great world all of us humans built for each other, where we all just end up sitting in offices all day, or just sitting in any sort of job. It's great. It's all we do is just sit all day long. I need to get myself a standing desk. One day. Then I can, well, I already kind of, if I'm thinking, I'll usually stand up. I love walking around and thinking. I think it's a great way to think, but that's for me. 240 on groceries yesterday. Not believe some of the prices on things. Yeah, groceries are rough. Like, me and Hannah split our groceries just right down the middle. And it still feels rough some of these months. It's like where did the money go? Let's grab 1, 2, 3, 6 plus 3, 9 shulker boxes. Are there any up here? Ooh, look at all these lovely shulker boxes that have been emptied. uh, do. Take the seeds first. Grab these guys next. Actually, no, we can't do that. Phantom, hello there, welcome on in. I'll have a sip of my coffee if that's alright. And I'm gonna be catching up on chat here in a second. Thank you for explaining, Giz. I did catch it, I just didn't get the chance to read it yet. Yeah, don't get that small. Okay. I'm really gonna have to catch up on chat in a minute. Quadzy, I'm assuming I said that right. Hello there, welcome on in. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. How'd you find us? I don't recognize your name too well. Was I just on the recommended list? Ah, that's not how we shout out anymore, Thad. We do this. There we go. Well, welcome on in there, Raiders. Love to hear what you were up to in your stream. I'm Thad, for anyone that doesn't know me. We're just hanging out on my solo world here today. Revamping a storage for one of my farms here. This one's like an actual farm. Like, farms crops. We got some fun builds around here, though. I do a lot of terraforming. Lucky, hello there. You messed up your sleep schedule? We were just talking about sleep schedules. I think we're still kind of on the topic a little bit. Moved on to a little different one, but I think, Donk, do you have a good sleep schedule? Please. I need one person in this chat that has a good sleep schedule. But welcome on in there, Raiders. It's alright if any of you guys need to raid and run. Back to catching up on chat messages. There we go. We left off here. Basically, it's, what's in the heart that makes it for me? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Daryl. How someone acts, their attitude, for sure. For eating. Yeah, I bet is. Split mine with myself. It doesn't help. I know. But imagine if I mean. Yeah. It doesn't help splitting. It still is a large amount. I don't just love them currently off. Okay. Yeah. Nobody go disappearing. I love all you guys. You guys are always a joy to have around. I'm so... The bigger size closed now. Size 10 to 12. Yes, keep up the amazing work, Giz. You're amazing. You do know that. What's sleep? Oh, goodness. I was awake around 26. What are you doing? Did you get a lot done? And I woke up 8 hours ago. Mine is pretty consistent. Try to be asleep by midnight and generally up by 6ish. At least 6 hours. We'll take 6 hours. That's probably better than the majority that are in the chat right now. I was busy playing games last night, and the next thing I knew, it was 12:30. Oops. Don't your eyes get tired? Oh. I get so tired when I'm just looking at a screen and playing games. Alright, now where'd we leave off with this? I think I'm gonna build it... So it shouldn't matter... I should build it within one chunk. Let's try and fit it all within this chunk here. I mean, we're only sorting 4 items. Seeds, wheat, potatoes, and carrots. I do need... Oh, but there is poisonous potatoes that slowly pile up. But, like, this farm has been running for a long time, and where was it? This has been 3 stacks of poisonous potatoes. Not a lot. I was on my Switch, so it was on the TV across the room. This is why I prefer console. I can play endlessly. Play endlessly on it, like... I don't know. I look at screens a lot. It has gotten a lot better, though. ever since I got those these light bars that sit behind my monitors, way easier for me to play once it gets dark out. Now I just need to find them. Well, that's never gonna happen. We're gonna move before we do that. But now it's like if it's a sunny day, I can't see my monitors. Didn't get anything productive around, but I am. But in Stone Black 4, I'm really That's progression. That's fun. Oh, you'll never hear it from me saying games aren't doing something interesting. The games are. It's enjoyment. It's peaceful. Unless you're playing comp drives in Overwatch and you spend 8 hours just finally finishing it yesterday. I wouldn't do that. Yesterday was terrible. But I finished my comp drives. I spent hours playing Overwatch comp yesterday. It was brutal. I'm telling you, I have never seen so many terrible DPS back to back. Like they had a box of rocks for a brain. Oop, that is sorting stone. That cannot go in there. That would break my sorters. My sleep schedule is doomed. Great. Even Phantom has a bad sleep schedule. I travel a lot. Okay, we're getting an explanation here. So I'm up for 40 hours at a time sometimes. So I'm late to the top. I'm trying to play Rocket League right. Oh, you're fine. Oh, you're playing ranked? What are you doing sending messages in here? You're all good, Phantom. So I have Donk that gets about 6 hours a night. I get like 7 to 8. I go to bed around 10. Although there was, what was it? There was a while ago where I had to, I think last year. Last year sometime I was on a schedule where I was getting up at 4 a.m. and that was brutal. Because it's like my friends, like I'd be playing games with people and they don't really get on to like 6-ish, 7, and I'd only get like 2 hours to play games with them, so it's like I gotta go to bed. Philip, hello there. How are you doing? Good to see you. Luckily, no longer on the 4 a.m. schedule. Moved away from that. You're good? Well, that's good to hear. I'm doing great. Coffee is tasting good this morning. We're just revamping a storage area here. Essentially, I have all these crop farms that are under the ground here that villagers are harvesting. It's then there's minecarts that pick up the items, and then the items get dropped off to a dropper that then puts it in a water stream that sends it up to the surface here. And I'm putting a shulker box loader on the farms here because they are like sending resources so much throughout the day. I get a lot. I really don't feel like I've had these farms too long, but I almost have like a chest full of wheat. We stopped collecting seeds for a little while, but like even some of these other ones. I'm happy got some in the ear headphones today for younger people, but don't fall out of my ears. Finally found some that are pink and stay in my small ears. I've always had that problem too, where earbuds they always fall out. That's why I prefer headphones. I'm almost always wearing my headphones if I'm home. I don't listen to like music ever, so I like never wear like earbuds or anything when I'm out. I know a lot of people do that nowadays, I think. I don't I don't know. How do we want to do that? We could rotate it. Oh my goodness, we could so rotate this. How big is this? Let's do that. I've seen some cool earbuds though where they kind of like wrap around your ear in like a fun style. Uh and I think those are I don't know if I ever wanted to wear them. You played too. Wait. You played too much. What is that? Oh, what's around me? I'm so sorry, Philip. Build a whole country. Yeah, we have a. I've been in my world for about 5 years now, almost. A hearing aid. It is very similar to a hearing aid. Have that 10 seconds in between goal cutscenes to speed type. I know what you're talking about. I don't know a lot about Rocket League, but I do know what you're talking about. Say younger people, I mean teenagers, but I'm just happy to stay in my ears for once. So I've bought so many and finally got a pair that stay in. That's amazing, guys. I've tried them, but my ears are too small for the bit that goes around the ear. Really? You got little ears. That's adorable. And welcome on in there. Ooh, I don't know how to approach your name. I'm trying to figure it out. Af? FBMX? IBMX? Yeah, you're gonna have to help me. Thank you for the follow as well. It's just letters, okay. Yeah, I do a lot of building. Been in my world for a good 5 years. Mainly do terraforming. We got a mountain. That's what we were just under. This is my mountain. It's not done yet. AF is fine, or just BMX. We'll do AF. AF is a fun name. Smash your hat on the keyboard and went, that's good, right? Hey, sometimes that's all you need. I've seen weirder names. I'm not gonna get anything done today. We've been doing this for half an hour. I've done nothing. No, it's my initials and then BMX. Is it? Oh, okay. See, there's a reason behind it. Sometimes there's not. I've seen people do initials before as well. Small ears, small height, and small feet. At like 3 to 4 UK size. That seems really small. I don't know what UK size is, but 3 to 4 is a small number. Anyhow, back to what I was working on. I think Philip left us. I can get into kids' shoes basically. Hey, they're cheaper, I bet. Good morning there, Charlie. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, my fingers are fine. We're not placing down stone. I'm revamping a storage area. They actually are cheap. I'm sure they are. They're probably significantly cheaper. It's not the worst thing in the world. I think we rotate it. No sports have gone my way in the past 10 hours. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. So, let's do something like this. We're gonna bump it up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Is that enough space back here for the sorter? I think it is. How many blocks is it? We got a view here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that looks like 5. Because I'm gonna add on the poisonous potatoes, but I don't think I'll hook up a shulker box loader for it. Used to fit in kids' shoes, and then I grew bigger, and my feet started hurting from them. So that's how that goes, Lucky. We had a fun night last night. Went to our work Christmas party last night. Instead of tormenting Tabs in front of her friends, I had to torment her in front of her coworkers. It was entertaining. Change of pace, a change of venue, right? I love that. Thank you, Thad. Glad you understood the joke. No problem, Lucky. Sometimes I catch them. Most of the time I don't. Also, I appreciate all you guys hopping on into stream. I know I've been starting these Sunday streams a little bit earlier these past couple weeks, but I appreciate you making it here. Let's do something like this. And then I never remember these because I really don't build them too often. It's on the same level. Like that. And then I believe it's just a simple, like, boop, boop, boop. You make T-shape. And then you just connect the back. I have my redstone box that's floating up here. Turn that off because it's annoying. This part I at least remember. Whoops. Grab this. I'm gonna quick build this before I read another chat. Oh goodness, Tabs popped into chat. Good morning, Tabs. I hope you enjoy your breakfast. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. We do need to hook up one more. Am I a big redstoner? No, I would not consider myself to be a big redstoner. That doesn't mean I don't understand redstone. I've been playing this game for 15 years basically. And I've definitely put in my time and effort into many of the different aspects of the game. So I do know what I'm doing, roughly, but it's not like I build huge redstone farms all the time. I would consider myself much more of a builder, where I spend most of my time building. Example A, mountain. We have spent 5 years working on this project. And, yeah. Different example, all of these hills I've worked on. Pathway, start of a medieval port city, house, river that I made that was not there before. Everything that you kind of see within this surrounding area, majority of it was placed by me, like the land. Time to check back up on chat since I caught up on this. Yes, change venue. Sounds. What's today's plan? I'm gonna revamp this storage room here, Charlie, and then I wanted to kill a whole bunch of withers and build up some more beacons, and then we'll go from there. When I heard the word sports, like, 10 minutes ago, just want to say my team is going to cook this season. I don't even know. Maybe someone does, Phantom. I I don't know a lot of sports. You just do it, so Hannah can't judge you for the new slang you learn from the hip crowd. Oh goodness. The catching of jokes. That one's left my brain. I don't know what Tabs is talking about. He's a builder. I would say I'm a builder. He's big redstone without the red. Big stone. That was good. That was good, Tabs. Okay, so teach us exactly how computers work and what they do in a redstone circuit. What? No. Only 5 years. How? It looks like that would take me 100 years. That's usually I get like the comment of like, "Whoa, you've been working on that for 5 years and you're not done." I love the switch up. Thank you, Alf. That makes me feel much better. Yeah, it's what was it? I think we're at like 1.4 million stone that we've placed whilst working on this. It spans 1,000 by 1,000 blocks. Yeah, and it's not done. It'll get there. I do know redstone though. Like this contraption here is a bamboo farm. You're like, what? Bamboo farm is here. This part you'll understand. Farm bamboo. Uh, and then it brings it up. It goes through a couple different crafters essentially, and then it makes me chests. So I have because I still like having bamboo because I'm a builder, and if I ever wanted to build with it or make sticks, I can quick just grab bamboo out of here. Or and then it moves on to planks if I ever need to make something with planks, and then it makes chests and then overflow. Obviously, it hasn't finished up making chests, but it's there. Very small, and it has taken a long time to get to where it's at now. But it's there. I know redstone to an extent. I have a redstone box. I usually make a dirt cube with chests and probably upgrade it to either wood or cobblestone if you're feeling like it. I'm just gonna be talking about topics that ended 20 minutes prior. Oh, you're good, Phantom. I thought you were making fun of me. I'm having a hard time keeping up with you guys today. Nobody says that imaginary gatekeeping. Only the voices in his head criticize his progress. They absolutely do. And that's okay. Only 1.4 million stone over nearly 5 years. Sounds like you talk too much. Two tabs. This is the problem. Look at, we're doing nothing. I don't even have my hands on the keyboard. It's not me. It's you guys. You're distracting me, and I can't get work done. I'm joking. I enjoy the distraction. It makes it go by at a nice pace, I guess. I hate redstone. One redstone torch just made my life difficult. Oh no. You're not wrong. I mean, going back to Donk's comment, I'm definitely my biggest critic when it comes to anything in my world. But I think that also helps push me to a point where I'm really happy with areas of stuff that I've done. Like, I won't stop working on something until I am happy with it.
Just like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a plan for stream until they get punched in the face by chat. He was very ahead of his time.
Very ahead.
Thaddy needs to learn how to enlarge the chat font so he doesn't need to pick up his glasses
Whoa.
each time to read comments.
Whoa. My eyes are fine, first off, for reading up close. It's distance. I mean, I won't deny, sometimes with some of the smaller emotes, it's rough. But that's for anyone. Emotes are small. If you guys could just spend some bits enlarging it, don't. Leave the bits there, Donk and tabs. They make a nice red glow for the holiday. Yes, they do, tabs. Where they also stop hoppers from working when I didn't see it on the other block. Apparently, that chat is too far away. The chat's not too... oh, because I'm letting it get away. I see where you're coming from. Just keep working on the sorter, Thad. Then we get something done. And now we need to figure out how we want to do this part. That's not what we want to touch. How do we want to do this? We want to do it, whoop! Not like that. There we go. And we'll just change the direction, and now we gotta dig more down. But this keeps it all within a chunk, so it never unloads. Hydrate, I'll happily hydrate. And at this rate, I should just make another cup of coffee. Coffee's good this morning. Coffee counts. It's a morning stream. Is the chat too far away, or is the monitor is an arm's distance away? Everybody's arm is different, but it's an arm's distance away. I don't have a tape measure next to me. And that's like relative. I move around in my chair. Also, I gotta concede a fact. Donk, you were right. Tabs, you were right. Secret Labs chair, it was worth every cent. I have not had a problem sitting in this chair since I've gotten it. It's almost like the fact that all of my friends that have spent a lot of time in chairs and that had Secret Labs chairs. It's weird. It is 98% water, so I guess it does. That, unless you have a stunted arm growth, that's too far. What do you mean that's too far? I do push my monitors back a little. Like, they're as far, like, I don't know, they're a good distance away. Drinking water right now, going for the most hydrated person in chat. There, gotta win something. Charlie, do you have a good sleep schedule? If you do, you could be one of the best in chat. Although I have a feeling you don't. Dunk should be a paid sponsor at this point with how many people he's convinced to get these chairs. The funny thing is, I got the chair, Dunk, and then Hannah like sat down in it and she's like, I want it too. I'm like, you don't even spend that much time at your desk. She's like, yeah, but I want it. She's like, if I had the chair, I might spend more time at my desk. I'm like, okay. She has the chair. Instantly got it, like a couple weeks after. She got it or you got it for her? She got it. Hannah works. You do know that. And maybe Hannah would spend more time. Yup, victory. Funny enough, after she got the chair, I think we convinced her to start playing Overwatch, and now she spends a lot of time playing Overwatch. How's comp drives going for you two? Hello there, QP. Welcome on in. How are you doing? We're working on a shulker box loader for my villager crop farms that are here. I had just a auto sorter that was hooked up to it that was right here, and I spend too much time periodically checking the chests, and I'm tired of doing that. So we're hooking up a shulker box loader. Finally. Yesterday I was up from 7:30 to 1:30 a.m. Today I've been up since 6:30. So I'll take that as a no. Abysmal? What? Absolutely abysmal. That's all because of sports. Usually I get a solid 9.5 hours. Charlie has a good sleep schedule. It's a miracle. I don't have a lot of people that get good sleep schedules here. Automating mass slavery in Minecraft. Seems fine in Minecraft. Whoa, whoa. They're doing what they love. Did sorting stone go in here? Yep. Let's get that out of my inventory. We can actually push this back one, can't we? Right. Because redstone torches should not. We'll just bring a forward one. It shouldn't matter, but I don't know. Java Edition can have some weird things happen with like quasi connectivity and bippity boob dahs. Need some glass. Ooh, I did leave it out. Tabs had a lever on her team yesterday, and then 2 left from her other team. Her team still managed to C9 and lose a 4v3. So you're saying it went great. So you can sleep schedule scuffed so late at night. So they collided and I'm on 5 hours of sleep. I see. 2 things you really enjoy, messing up the sleep schedule. That's okay. They're totally in there because they want to, in an underground prison without an exit. Whoa, whoa. It's not my fault the villager isn't smart enough to go under a slab. Wastefulness. Okay, maybe we'll close the only exit. It could be worse. They could be living in this hole. Why is there a pig in there? When did that happen? At a Lifeweaver do 2,000 healing and 1,000 damage in 18 minutes and pull me off the payload in overtime. I want you to know. Lifeweavers are not like okay, first off, there are a lot of bad Life Weaver players, but if you had a good Life Weaver, they're a good support. That one was bad and should uninstall the game. I like Life Weaver. I think he's a good support. Obviously, there's other ones that are also really good, and it all just depends on what the heck's going on in the game. Oh, congratulations, Thad. We'll just take all of this. Doesn't really matter. Trying to remember how this all works. Okay, I remember. These hoppers load the items up in the shulker. These hoppers here are the ones that load the dispenser with shulkers boxes. So that's where we want to do that. Let's just start from the bottom. We'll probably make this larger as I go on. And I need to do this one more over. This one right here is for poisonous potatoes, and I don't care too much to try and get that one set up. Yes, this is Lightmatica. People have their opinions on Lightmatica. I don't have as much time to play this game as I used to. That's about where I'm at with it. Makes my life a little bit easier. And I don't know. I don't want to spend hours and hours. Looking back and forth between screenshots, because guess what? I used to do that. I don't need to do that anymore. I did it. I used to take screenshots of stuff, look back and forth, count it out. It's a pain. I've done it all. And I'm just going to need you to log on my world and set up a crafter for me. I have now failed twice, moved everything and moved on to something else now. I can help you set up a very... What are you trying to craft? That's all I need help with. And then I'm going to tell you how to do it. They're quite straightforward if you're just trying to craft one thing. What's wrong with this redstone? Oh, I see. They're not straightforward, first off. Straightforward for if you're just trying to craft something that uses only one item. If you're trying to make rockets, I'm yeah, it's look up a video. There's a bunch of ways to do that. Try to make bamboo into blocks. Should be able to do this. I did it for my iron farm. Maybe that's maybe it's just today. Are we there yet? No. We were placing stone though recently. Trying to make bamboo blocks. I know I make bamboo blocks somewhere. How do you make bamboo blocks? I no longer... Bamboo. Block of bamboo. Okay, you're just trying to do this? We can do that. I don't think I have them set up here in this guy. I do, wow. So you'll need two crafters. That's the big thing. You'll have one where you select everything. The other one, you're just gonna place. This will be the one that you actually put items into. Do a little setup like this. And then what is it? It's I forget the next part. I do use a target block. There's probably better ways to do this. This will now simply craft bamboo blocks for you. This is how you can simply set up something to craft anything that only requires one item, like one of the same items. You just select whatever recipe you want to make, be it a chest where you only use planks, you can do that there too. This is the simple thing. Tried using Lightmatica, it's a big learning curve. Absolutely. So confusing me that I just basically left alone, but constantly forgot to remove it from my pack, and it kept annoying me. I have a button to be able to turn it on and off, like the rendering. So nice that I set up that button. It is definitely something where it's like it has not the best UI and like setting up of settings, but it's a learning curve as anything. And hello there, H. How are you doing? It's good to see you. You did see? Sweet. Donk had the time and desire. He'd be great making redstone tutorials. Oh, I believe it. I think you got this, D things. My brain just went dead, I guess. Yeah, this is the easy way to set up things. There's probably a better way to do this little like circuit thing, but this is my way of doing it. Water. I'll hydrate. I'm out of coffee. I got my water bottle. I do need to take a break here. We're almost done with the Shulker Box loader system. Almost there. You get a good view of this? Do you want to... I can just send you a screenshot, I guess. Oh, good, we're actually friends. Sometimes I look up someone and they're not on my friends list, even though I've talked to them. Yeah, no problem. That should work for you. And there's probably better ways, and if you do more complicated, like crafting recipes that use more than one item, that's not going to work for you, because you got to put the items in there at a specific time. But it works for anything where you're just using one crafting material. Anywho, I do got to take a quick break here. This is a good time for anyone else to take a break as well. Please do stand up, grab a drink of water, maybe grab something to eat if you're feeling a little hungry. Otherwise, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Come on back. Hope everyone took their break there. Where'd I leave off here? Had a drawers behind the pack. Wanted to put sticks in the drawers, but after using like mana, I couldn't really put them in correctly. Yeah, that would do it. Because of the... It's the tool that they use. Gonna make some food. Maybe that'll help too. It might. There, Daryl. Swap back to here. I was so confused what I was hearing from my pocket walking in the living room. We had an ad. It was just like talking about something random. Years of hate. Oh my goodness, my Spotify's muted. Thanks, Tabs. I do have music. Nobody ever said anything up until this point. I would have never noticed. How did I do that? I hear music, in case you wondered. I wonder if I have a hotkey for that. Sources. I'm so sorry, my friends. You guys were just listening to me hum to nothing? You guys are weird. Wait, where'd that screen go? I had to ban a non-seeable viewer that you guys can't see. Uh, do, do, do. Yeah, it probably wasn't there for a few streams. No, I must have just accidentally clicked it at some point. Last few streams have been quiet. I figured you just needed more focus. Probably. We're used to you humming randomly. That's fair. I do just also hum randomly. When I'm thinking. Well, you know, with my world approaching 5 years, I have also almost been streaming for 5 years. So I've definitely gotten decent. It's somewhat at continuing to talk for hours on end and rambling a bit. I'm not perfect, but I do definitely fill the space. As Tabs has said. Hello there, Hammerhead Shark. I remember you. How are you doing? Or Hammered Shark? Oh, you guys are missing out on fun lo-fi music that you hear every single stream? How terrible. At least that doesn't mess with my VODs. I've had points where Streamlabs has updated on me and it changes how my sound systems work entirely for VODs. Because I mute the music in VODs and then you could just hear game sounds and myself talking. But I've had it where it's muted my own voice out of VODs. It's muted the entire sounds and it just annoys me. But the music one, that's fine. Thank you, Taps. If anything ever is like that, feel free to speak up. I don't really mind. I'm happy fixing things. Is ever something weird happening with my stream? I know that was one of them where shucks. I need to find that observer. There we go. You're doing good? That's good to hear. I'm glad. I'm doing good. I'm so happy to be playing Minecraft right now. Didn't really bother you. I just noticed it and wanted to ask about it. I appreciate it. Well, I'm glad you guys somehow still enjoy my stream, even though it was silent for music. Let's actually take a few stacks of this and put it in my stone box. I hope you guys don't mind the brightness change. It gets a little dark where I'm working here since I removed all the lights. Though the Batman, oh, that's a creeper. Batman distracted me. All right, let's throw a shroom light up. Just talking about how dark it was. I saw that at the corner of my eye. It wouldn't have killed me by any means, but it would have blown up my work. Just talking about how dark it was. Let's put some shroom lights down. Where did that guy come from? He came from thin air. I need to watch that back in the VOD and see if I can spot him. It's amazing. Well, I'm doing well, Batman. Oh, whew. You know, you guys don't get me with the jump scares, but that was a jump scare. Reed, this is why I pause when I take my hands off the screen. We've had a creeper sneak up on me while I'm talking with you guys and my hands aren't on my keyboard and mouse. It happened over by my flower storage, or my color storage, I guess. So looking at this and thinking about it, I think the sorter is what the issue. This is my bamboo and sugarcane farm. I need to move the sorter part away. Think of some redstone stuff is getting mixed up. Most likely, Daryl. I'm assuming you just have certain piece of redstone that are like traveling through blocks and powering what you don't want. Oftentimes I do try and keep things separate when I combine multiple pieces of redstone. Like I got my entire shulker box unloader here, and then it goes through the hopper chain and goes through a sorter. Or like this system down here for my bee farm that sorts out the different honey bottles and then honeycomb. I needed to be very careful about what I'm powering down here with hoppers being everywhere and the observers. I always put probably more space than needed, but that's because I don't care too much. There's plenty of space in the Minecraft world. Thad, sorry about being a little dark. Sorry about being a little dark over here. Creeper, no sir, thank you for my darkness, right? I don't know why my cheer isn't working. Did you run out of bits? Doesn't it usually prompt you? There we go. No! This doesn't even really matter. I don't think. Would there ever be a reason why I wouldn't want it to go down faster? I think there is.
Thad, sorry about it being a little dark. It is over here. Creeper, no sir, thank you for the darkness.
You don't know, it just didn't work? That's weird. I guess we're placing them this way. It doesn't really matter. That creeper came out of nowhere. I'm still bewildered by that. That was amazing. It would have been even crazier if it wasn't like if I just imagined that the creeper was there. You guys would have been looking at me like, "What are you on about?" Because I like looked back and he wasn't there. He had chased me. I believe that's all of it. This is all set up and done here now. We just need to hook up chest here to fill up the dispensers with shulker boxes. Oh, I put the sorting stone back. Phew. Do, do, do. And of course I built one of these where it's under something. Right. Can't wait to clean all this up. Grab that. First one, wheat. Next one, carrot. Seed, potato, poisonous potato. And then it goes to compost. There, I don't know. I turned my Wi-Fi for my phone and my bits option disappeared. Added Wi-Fi back and it bits came back. They couldn't access, you couldn't access your bits. Terrible. Uh, we can put a majority of these redstone components away. Let's keep the hoppers. Turn that off. Put this away. Random blocks. There we go. What else do I need? Pick up these blocks. That's what we need to do. We need to hook up the chest for shulker box loaders, bring that down to here. And then I need to hook up one more for the composting. We're almost done with this, I promise. Uh, do, do, do. Yep. I like tossing a chest on top because then I can just use this as a composter for anything. We're almost done with redstone, my friends. I know some of you guys really don't enjoy this stuff. I enjoy it, but I know it can get tiring to look at. Do I have more hoppers somewhere? I don't think I do. That's an enderman. I do. Sweet. Trying to learn redstone things. It's a process for me, though. It's a process for everyone. It is not a you thing. It is... It's not the most intuitive. I really don't want to do a hopper chain down, but I think it's just the best solution. I mean, I guess we don't need to bring all the items down here. If we just keep the crops here. Is we'll throw composter, this, and then this. And then honestly, just we'll wrap these guys back and forth. And that'll be plenty. We'll put chests like this. Hi. Just need to grab the composter, move that over. I think we can change where the stuff is coming from now. Stop just composting it all. My Enderman. Alright. Now things should be going this way. Crops are all being caught. Good, good. Now, majority of everything should just go into shulker boxes. Although, one downside, I should have put seeds on the end. I mean, I can move that. No, I still want poisonous potatoes on the end. I need to have something where I can turn this off eventually. An overflow buffer, essentially, where once one of these chests gets, like, too full, it turns off the system. It, like, goes all the way up here and locks one of these guys. Would be perfect, but... for now it's fine. these should be filling up now. Sweet. Last thing I need to do is put a whole bunch of shulker boxes into this. And let's expand this just a wee little bit. I would say two... two chests will be plenty. For now. The last thing I would love to put on this is a crafter for shulker boxes, but that's complicated. Oh, we should probably throw a composter on this. Looks like everything's working, though. Nothing's getting composted, which is good. Things are going into these guys, which is good. And then the poisonous potatoes are going there. Good, good. I think it's all done. Building of redstone. What's this? Is there anyone that does, like, really enjoy doing redstone stuff? I find it, I don't know. I enjoy doing some stuff from time to time. How many shulker boxes we got in there? Not a lot? Alright. Let's just make the rest of it. You love redstone? Okay. That's what I like to hear. We'll just grab 2. It's gonna take quite a few shulker boxes to do this. This is where a majority, I think, of my shulker boxes reside in my world. Is all within a couple shulker box loaders I have. I still would never consider myself an expert on redstone. Like, I can do quite a few things with it, but there are like some people that can fully design their own things. And I guess I did a lot of design work for my King of the Hill game I made. Where I made an entire, I guess, it wasn't so much a point system. It kind of was. It was a counter that would decide on how long, that would keep track of how long a team had held the point. I had different things that would just show you visually how far along you were in the game. That was a lot of fun, Redstone. So there wasn't really anything I looked up there. It's all just based on things I knew. It was the first time I used, I think I used a T-flip-flop. It was the first time I ever used one of those. Let's make a fun little staircase here in a second. It's like no easy way to do it. Oh, wait, no, there is a way I can do this. We just go and grab it. Find where seeds are located and toss them in here. These I'll move down. And I'll clean up the rest of that. Done. Seeds. Wheat should be the first one. I don't have a good reason as to why I farm both potatoes and carrots in my world. It's more of just so I have them. The majority of these villager farms here are just wheat farms, and that's to be able to make the packed mud. For when I use it. I think there's only one of the potato and one of the carrot. The rest of them are wheat. So there's like, what, 7 of them that are wheat, and then only one of the other ones. Yes, if it's ever a point in time where I make a huge field of crops, I'll just have it. That's why I keep the seeds. Because I am certain at some point I will end up making a huge field. Okay, we need to make a better way out of here. I got just the solution. Grab some scaffolding. Here's to hoping I actually got these right. I believe I did. Whoops. Last one is wheat. And then we're going to do another terrible and mundane task of just killing withers. We do exciting things around here. Today is a resource. It's not even a resource gathering day. I don't know what it is. It's a tidy. I'm doing small, meaningless tasks. I don't know. Oops. Doing tedious things that are important. When am I ever gonna know it's nighttime once I finish the mountain? I'll never know. Let's clean this up a little bit. Now we can start sorting this guy. I thought about using these guys, and then I decided not to. Because honestly, it's probably just as much work using those guys to sort things as it is to set up a sorter. At least with how many different items I'm trying to sort. There we go. How about that? We turned a very small and simple auto sorter into a very much more complicated machinery. You know, I understand why people look at Redstone and they're like bewildered by what's going on. Look at that. It's sorting. Let's just make sure potato, seed, carrot, wheat. Yeah, I can't look at that. I'm working on my little redstone project. Potato, seed, carrot, wheat. Perfect. Alright, next thing we do this to is the sheep farm. I'm joking. Slightly. I have actually used these. So I actually think these copper golems are kind of cool. Like you could do. I set up an early game auto sorter with them for sorting out raw materials, and it's very good for like if you're early game and you just like need to sort a whole bunch of the same materials into like just a couple chests that they can access. They're slow, but like I was doing a dig project and they were very helpful with just sorting out any of like the stone and all that for me instead of me needing to spend a half hour to an hour just setting up a big sorter. I just set up 2 of those guys and they were able to sort things for me. Of course, it wasn't like huge by any means, and I had to still like make a whole bunch of like chests that I just filled up with stone and that and make sure things didn't overflow. But it worked. I thought I saw one of them frozen. One of these days. One of these days, you guys will all be frozen. Turned to statues. I don't even need it anymore. I have a stack of them. Alright, next thing. I want to get a handful more beacons. I think I finished everything for that, right? It's all within the same chunk, so it shouldn't break anymore. Shulker box loader. It feels weird to not have to check up on this farm anymore. I'm catching up on a few of my tasks that I've been meaning to do. Like, we had a sugarcane farm that was over here that I had been meaning to destroy for a very long time. And it's gone now. So I don't need to check up on that. Next thing I'll do is probably set up a quick shulker box loader for my gunpowder farm. I'll never need to check up on that anymore. It's the small things. Let's set my spawn so we don't end up at spawn. I forgot I did that ice road to my ice farm. I'm so happy I got these done. Or at least started. I got the main ones done. To, like, from spawn to the mountain. And then to my flower farm, desert, and ice biome. Those are some of my far areas I travel. Although we haven't had any need to dig sand in quite a while. It's probably because when we go and dig sand, I go and dig like 20 shulkers at a time. And I haven't had any big projects using glass in a while. Also, if anyone knows of a farm that's really good at killing withers efficiently and in a simple manner, I'd love to know. Because the farm design that I once had used no longer works. The redstone broke for it. And I'm tired of killing withers manually. Trident chamber? We can't do that. That doesn't work on this, on Java. No, and that's still not fast enough, Charlie. What I am saying is I've seen people do farms where you have dispensers that place the skulls for you and then pistons that move the soul sand in for you. And you just keep spawning withers upon withers upon withers to the point where they die due to mob cramming, and you can just kill them as fast as you can place soul sand, essentially. I tried. I looked last night. I spent like an hour and I was tired and didn't really look too hard. But I looked around and I had one, Charlie. That's the thing. I had a farm that had worked in previous versions that doesn't anymore, and I spent a little while trying to get it to work, and it just didn't. And then I looked around for a tutorial, but when you look up Wither Killer on YouTube, guess what happens? They're like, there is an easy way to kill the Wither under the end portal. I'm like, I know about that. I want to farm. I want to kill hundreds of Withers at a time. Guess what? The majority of Minecraft players apparently don't need to kill hundreds of Withers at a time. They only kill one at a time. So there's no YouTube video that pops up right away with the farm. So I was curious if any of you guys knew one off the top of your head. I'm using my resources. I'll take a look again probably after stream, but it's one of those things where it's funny because it's like you're trying to find a farm to kill the Wither and this is what they show me. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's very efficient, but not as efficient as I want to be. It's not fast enough. And I have killed so many Withers. And that blazing... Yes, that's the farm I was talking about, Tabs. Doesn't work anymore. At least the redstone doesn't work for it anymore. I need to find a new version of it. And I tried fixing it. Like, I've killed 222. What are the chances? 222 Withers here. I'm tired of doing it. I also need to make a new iron farm at some point. I need to make a huge iron farm over by my spawn ocean. Since spawn chunks are no longer a thing, I could set up a chunk loader, and maybe I'll set up like a temp chunk loader if I want. But I think I'm gonna make this huge and efficient iron farm so that I don't need to ever AFK it, and I guess I could just load the chunks periodically. I just don't want the chunks loaded all the time. I'd rather just make something that's really efficient. So that's another thing on my to-do list. It's been on my to-do list since I began the world to make a huge, efficient farm that goes for almost everything. I just spend most of my time building. But yeah, Tabs, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like, I want to be able to kill loads of Withers and not have to do it whacking them with a sword anymore. You used to be able to spawn iron golems that could go and kill the Wither, and I don't think that works anymore. I don't think they can reach them. They changed like hitboxes or something. Also, what do you guys think of these, like, the changing of lighting that happens in the end now? It, like, periodically goes to purple. I like the idea, but I think it happens too fast. In the newest version. Like here, it's turning purple all around me. I like it. It's cool, but it happens so fast. Like, I could just imagine your end busting for like a couple hours, and you start getting like hypnotized. I like the color changing like that. It is cool. I was watching one of the Hermitcraft people stream, and they were doing end busting, and everybody in chat was complaining about it. They're like, "Can you turn it off?" And they're like, "No, it's cool." I'm like, "It is cool." I was just curious. I don't spend a lot of time in the end overall, so I don't care. I thought it was a fun little change that got added in one of these smaller updates. Something small. I like small changes. It's kind of ominous looking power button. Two more. I have no idea what these beacons are gonna go to. I just figured I'd do it today. Spend a little bit of time. I've really enjoyed how I've been doing things in my world this last year, where I just sort of chip away at my different projects, and then 3 months time, it feels like I've actually made a lot of progress on multiple different things. I don't know. I've really enjoyed how that's been going. There we go. 16 more. Toss those all in here. Oh, that was with the roses. Need to put soul sand back in here. That there. What am I missing? My bad. Oh. Back to the mountain. Let that load in for a bit. Let's clean out my chat. There we go. Nice and clean. Grab bed. Soul sand. I actually went and dug a whole bunch of soul sand recently. I was getting low. Went and got a shulker of it. Shouldn't need to get any of that anytime soon. Another thing I need to put a shulker backsloader on. Orbital strike cannon in the end and launch it at a pack of withers. What? Orbital strike cannon in the end and launch it at a pack of withers? I am... What? What are we orbital striking? That's my wither farm? Oh, I see. I mean, that is possible. Seen some crazy contraptions recently with TNT and that. And I've seen people try and, like, they'll try and kill the wither with dripstone. With a bunch of world height. And that's worked efficiently. Also seen people use a mace. I don't have a mace. I've never gone to a trial chamber in this world. Anvil cycle. I think the new thing now, Charlie, is dropping dripstone. I think it does way more damage. Stone government propaganda. No, it's the new thing. Don't let them separate you from your roots of anvils. I remember when they added the anvil. It was a cool item. It's still a cool item. You know what? That's something I probably don't have a lot of. It's anvils. Oh no, I do. We made a bunch of anvils. I use any around here? I should have. I did! Sweet. You know what I don't use? Dripstone. I think it's a very ugly block. It has its purposes and areas, and people have done decent things with it, but... Well, that's what your soon-to-be mega farm will be used for? Absolutely. And all my beacons. Because I have a problem, and I like setting up... I don't remove my beacons, because everything's a work in progress. I'll remove them when an area is finally finished. And this is where Donk chimes in and he's like, yeah, right, Thad, you'll never, nothing's ever finished in your world. And I'll be like, yep. Not wrong there. I like dripstone for blocks for gradients. Yeah, I've seen some people do some cool things with gradients. I have a hard time with some of the gradient style stuff in Minecraft because I'm not the biggest person on putting blocks that aren't like meant to be like, if you're making like a rock style gradient and you're going for like a unique color of like that, I don't know, maybe like a dirt, more like a dirt like color, I don't know. Like I've seen people like throw wood into like what should be rocks, and I have a hard time with that. I've always, I don't know, I've always thought that. So I usually try and stay within the same idea. It's like all of these blocks are, it's a pathway, it's a stone pathway, it's all gonna be stone, dirt's on the edge. I'm not gonna throw granite on the edge. It looks nice. I just have a hard time seeing it as dirt. Maybe it'd look fine if it's on like the inside, where it's near the stone. I've seen people do something with like a sandy beach where they throw in wood there. And it looks good from a distance. It's just like when you walk up to it, it doesn't look right to me. Maybe that's just a me thing. We're just hopping around. I was waiting for my break time to pop up before I moved on to something else. But anywho, it's a good time for anyone else to take a break as well. Please do. Stand up, grab a drink of water. It's been 2 hours, and if you've been hanging here since the beginning of the stream, this is your mandatory time to take a break. Please do. Stand up, grab a drink of water, grab something to eat. You guys know the deal. Otherwise, I'll be right back.